Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. Tonight for the Digger Dome and Brush, it's the regular season opener as the Brush ladies and boys take on the Wiggins Tigers. I'm John Beltran along with Jen Goodall, as the Lady Bead Diggers will play the opening game of this 2013-2014 season against a Wiggins team that the Bead Diggers defeated a year ago. In fact, they've got a pretty good winning streak against Wiggins, and I'd have to go way back to find the last time that Wiggins defeated Brush. I know it was probably about within the last decade, when I know Susan Paycheck was a top-notch player for Wiggins, and she was able to put up some good numbers against the Bead Diggers. But since then, the Bead Diggers have dominated this particular matchup, and we're looking at a Brush team that was successful for quite a few years, Jen, getting to the state tournament in 2 consecutive years. But last year, a little bit of a down year. They did not get to the state tournament. They lost Estes Park in the Patriot League tournament. But we know one thing with this Brush team: they got a lot of size.
They do have a lot of size. The Bird girls are back. We got Callie Bills. We got Emma Mortensen. Those are kind of the towers that we have within the girls' team. So that's going to be a big play. And the other thing is going to be the quickness of the guards. We have a lot of quickness going on with the guards as well.
Well, if there's one issue that the Bead Diggers have had in recent years on the girls' side, and we'll get into it momentarily here after the national anthem, of course, it's limiting the amount of turnovers. That has got to be something that they eliminate here going forward. All right, we'll have the playing of tonight's national anthem, then we'll get to the starting lineups, as we'll keep it right here from the Digger Dome in Brush, with the Bead Diggers about getting ready to take on the Wiggins Tigers.
Lord, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the Father's blessing, whose blessed and bright stars through the heavens of the red sky. For the red we won was the heavenly dream, and the Lord is greater, the first next to the paradise that the travelers will land. Oh, sing us that joy sing, bring to for the land of the and the home of the world.
All right, let's send it over to public address announcer Paul Acosta for the starting lineups of tonight's game between the Brush Bead Diggers and the Wiggins Tigers. Wiggins in their home black with the orange numerals, the Bead Diggers in their the road blacks, Bead Diggers in their home whites with the maroon numerals.
Sophomore, number 3, Laura Walker. Junior, number 1, Brittany Robinson. Senior, number 11, Shelby Key. Senior, number 13, Shay Stevens. And senior, number 15, Annabelle Kelly. And now, your starting lineup for your Bead Diggers. Junior, number 2, Mariah Brown. 5'7" junior, number 4, Nobby Woodward. 6' junior, number 21, Chris 5'6" junior, number 32, Marissa Williams. And the
Once again, Brown, Wooliver, Emma Mortensen, Melissa Whaler, Kristen Berg for Brush, Brittany Robinson, Laura Walker, Shelby Teague, Shay Cyber, and Annabelle Sellis for the Wiggins Tigers. The Bee Diggers are coached by Kim Craich, her first year as a head coach, assisted by Morgan Haas. As this game will get underway here momentarily, Brush starting lineup brought to you by Blowdorn Lumber. At blowdornlumber.com, you can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor or painting your living room at Blowdorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Visit Blowdorn Lumber at Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. Jenna Gutierrez also an assistant here for head coach Kim Craich. Opening tip is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. State Farm Insurance Office of Greg Mon and Brush, 842-4555, Shelby Teague for Wiggins, Kristen Berg for Brush, and that's a very hard tip by Berg. In fact, she tipped it into the Bee Digger bench, so Wiggins has the basketball to begin the game. And the one thing, Jen, that I was talking about before the national anthem, got to limit the turnovers. It's always been an issue for the Bee Diggers when they've been unsuccessful.
It has, but these girls have been playing together for a while, so I think that this is going to be a difference this year.
Entry pass down low is tipped away. Here's Melissa Whaler with the basketball. On the outside right to Wooliver. Back on the high left to Mariah Brown. Brown looking down low, feeds it at the top to Berg. Berg, a very good shooter from virtually anywhere on the floor. Now to Whaler, left of the free throw line. At the top to Mortensen. Mortensen back to her left to Wooliver. Holding the basketball, back to Brown, fakes the shot. Guarded closely there by Laura Walker. Over to Berg, down low to Mortensen. That ball stripped away, wrestled away by Annabelle Sellis. So neither team has taken a shot. We played 45 seconds, and both teams have committed one turnover. Sellis has the ball stripped away by Waitert. Waitert then loses the ball, and we're going to have, taken away, nearly a jump ball situation. And for some reason, Wooliver was tied up by Sellis, even though she had the basketball temporarily out of her grasp. Possession arrow goes to the Bee Diggers, and this is definitely early December basketball in the first 54 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be, they just had their scrimmage with Akron the other night, and they said they were pretty rusty. So, and this is coming from the girls that I talked to during school. So they're looking forward to getting going in the regular season.
Mariah Brown to throw it in for the Bee Diggers behind midcourt. Still looking for the first shot of the 2013-2014 season. Into the front court is Wooliver on the outside left to Waiter. She'll take a three-pointer. It's around and no good. Berg has the rebound, dribbles, shoots off the glass, and Wooliver with a rebound. She misses off the bottom of the rim. It's out of bounds. It's off of Wiggins. Well, the Bee Diggers hit the boards nicely, but to no avail. They missed 3 shots in a row. Brown to throw it in, though. Lobs it into Berg, right of the lane. Little 10-footer is off the front of the rim, and the ball is taken a one bounce by Brittany Robinson of Wiggins. Into the front court on the outside right, guarded by Brown. Dribbles into the lane, now back to the right of the lane. Cut off over there. Kicks it back out on the outside right. That is Faith Harris into the game. 16-footer around and no good. And the ball is loose on the floor and is taken away by Laura Walker of Wiggins. And then the jump pass by Harris nearly poked away. Wiggins retains possession. Cassidy Harris with the basketball. Check that. That was Shelby T. Now back to Shay Cyber, and we have a traveling violation against Brittany Robinson. That's already 3 turnovers against Wiggins.
Well, and both teams are starting off in a man-to-man defense, so it's going to be, it doesn't look like a press is going to be applied right off the bat. It looks like they're just going to be half-court offensive.
By the way, you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports. We'll have scoring updates at the end of each and every quarter. Here's Berg, 15-footer left baseline, around and good. It took a huge bounce off the back of the rim. And Kristen Berg scores. Bee Diggers are the first points of the season. Entry pass poked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wiggins Tigers. To throw it in will be Harris. Still looking. Lobs it near the top, off the hand of a Tiger, headed in the back court. But it was poked away by a Bee Digger prior to that, so no over and back.
And Bee Diggers have switched into a 2-3 zone.
Laura Walker down low. The ball is off the hands of Faith Harris, out of bounds, but it was poked away by a Bee Digger. So it stays at 2-0, 5:44 to go in the opening quarter. The Tigers to throw it in. Well, nearly a 5-second count on the outside left with the basketball as Walker left to the lane with the basketball as Robinson straight away three. Harris is going to be short, but it's into the hands of Robinson, puts it back up and no good. And Melissa Waylard has the rebound for the Bee-Diggers, her third rebound. Long pass to Wooliver, jump pass left baseline. Berg, 10-footer, yes! Kristen Berg scores again. The Bee-Diggers lead 4-0 with 5:22 to go in the opening quarter in this regular season opener from Brush. Faith Harris with the basketball, harassed by Waiter. Bounce pass is tipped away and intercepted by Mariah Brown. 4 turnover. Here is Wooliver to Waiter, lays it up and around and no good. Blew the layup. Rebound to Wooliver, dribbles, loses the basketball, loose on the floor, dribbles it back out. Wooliver resets, back out to Brown. Free throw line. Berg, 15-footers off to the right. Rebound to Wooliver. She was fouled as she went up for the shot. Had her legs cut out from under her by Faith Harris. Let me tell you, Wooliver already with 3 rebounds.
She's one of those deceptive players that, yeah, she's kind of short, but she gets in and she's not afraid to bang bodies in order to get a rebound or get after things.
Free throw is in and out. Yeah, not at all. She's
But when you look at her, because she's such a skinny thing, that you don't think that she's going to be willing to do that, and she is. So it's deceptive.
Yeah, no, it shows. She's nice job. Second free throw is good. And the Bee-Diggers hold a 5-0 lead. Into the front court with a basketball is Sellis for Wiggins on the outside right against Brown. Back out near the top to Robinson. Robinson against Berg, well beyond the three-point line. Just holding that basketball. Then the ball was poked away. Faith Harris had it, lost it, got it back. Now at the free throw line is Harris with the basketball to Robinson. Ball knocked out of bounds and a pass intended to the left corner for Walker, knocked away by Mortensen. Wiggins really struggling to find that offense. But they'll retain possession. No points and 4 turnovers. Lob down low in the lane. Robinson puts it up and she's fouled as she misses. Robinson will go to the line.
Well, and the Beat-Diggers have been doing a good job. They've been switching offense and defensive sets. So this time, like when they made a basket, then they went into zone. And then they've switched into man-to-man when they miss a basket. So it's kind of confusing Wiggins a little bit.
And the free throw is around and no good by Brittany Robinson. Second free throw upcoming. That's in the air, and that is not a free throw because it's a lane violation. So no attempt, no make, just actually a turnover, which is their 5th of the game as we approach the midway mark of the first quarter. 5-0 Brush. Brown down low to Mortensen. Right baseline, Berg. Dribbles, fakes, bounce pass down low, and the shot is missed, but hacked with Shelby Wooliver from behind by Faith Harris. That's her first foul.
You know, on that play, that was a great look because it was a diagonal look. Shelby did a good job of sealing her defender on the outside of her body to get that position and get the foul called.
Check that. That's Harris's second foul. She committed the first one by Wiggins as well. And the free throw is off to the right. So Wooliver, 1 out of 3 for the line. And into the game is Laura Walker. Faith Harris checks out. Second free throw coming up for Wooliver. That's in the air, and that one's off the back of the rim, and the ball is tipped around into the hands of Annabelle Sellis. Her first board. 4:05 to go in a very shaky first quarter. Brush 5, Wiggins nothing. On the outside right with the basketball is Sellis looking down low. Holds the basketball. Cross court to Walker, left of the lane all the way. The layup is up, and it's an air ball. Threw it over the other side. Emma Mortensen comes away with the basketball, and the long pass to Waylard. Waylard at the top of the outside right. Wooliver, 3 in the air. It's off the back of the rim. That was a brick, and the ball is loose on the floor. Wrestled around with that basketball, and it's taken away by Waylard to Brush. Bee-Diggers reset. Brown three-pointer, back rim, and Brown has it again. Bounce pass back out to Waylard. 16-footer around, and no good. The ball is out of bounds. That's off a Tiger. That went off of Ashley Motley. Bee-Diggers retain possession. Brown to throw it in. Lobs it on the outside right to Berg. Dribbles right of the lane. Double team back out to Brown. Threw her hands out of bounds. Brush's second turnover of the game. Still 5-0 with 3:26 to go in the opening quarter. Sellis with the basketball on the outside right behind the three-point line in the corner. Picks up her dribble, guarded by Berg. She's got to get rid of that basketball to be a 5-second count. Cross-court pass knocked away by Brown. Ball is loose on the floor, taken away by a Wiggins Tiger, then a foul against the Bee Diggers. Shea Cyber was able to get to the basketball. And second foul committed by Mariah Brown. Quincy Segoki will replace Brown. And back into the game is Shelby Teague for Wiggins, replacing Shea Cyber. The pass into Sellis. Sellis with 3:05 to go in the first. Brush 5, Wiggins nothing. Maintains the dribble on the outside right. Behind the three-point line, pulls up for a three. That's off the back of the rim, and the ball is loose and picked up by Segoki. Segoki on the outside right, bounce pass, right baseline, got knocked away and intercepted. And then we've got Sellis dribbling the ball on the end line, so the teams essentially exchange turnovers. And Brush retains possession with 2:52 to go in the first. On the outside right, Woolabert back out to Mortensen. Mortensen looked like she walked a couple of, I can't believe there wasn't a call there. Now there's the call. She walked a couple of times, and that's Brush's fourth turnover. Yeah, she dragged the foot, then took another step.
Well, and that was kind of her nemesis last year, so I look for her to kind of hammer down on that and get it figured out.
Well, this first quarter is very difficult to watch. There's no flow whatsoever. On the outside right, Sellis guarded by Berg. Down low in the lane to Robinson, now right of the lane, back out to Walker. Straight away with the basketball, Sellis guarded by Berg. Gets a pick, dribbles to her right, outside the three-point line. That's in the air off the back of the rim. And the rebound is taken away by Robinson of Wiggins. Down low to Sellis. She puts it up. She's fouled as she misses. It looked like Kristen Berg committed the foul. And to the line will be Annabelle Sellis. Trying to get Wiggins on the board. The free throw is up, and that's perfect. 5-1 is the score. And that second free throw's up and in as well. Brush 5, Wiggins 2 with 2:19 to go in the opening quarter. On the outside right is Woolabert dribbling to her left. Cross court to Mortensen. Mortensen just in front of the three-point line to Berg. Berg down low to Segoki, lays it up and in, and she's fouled. Segoki to the line. And the Bee Diggers lead 7-2. And the foul was committed by Ashley Motley. First Bee Digger bucket of the game by Kristen Berg, brought to you by MMI International. Before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They outperformed their competitors, hands down, 842-5161. That's MMI International. The free throw is in. And the Bee Diggers now lead by a score of 8-2. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Sellis with the basketball. The overhead pass back out to Shea Cyber. Down low to Sellis. Left-handed shot up and in. A beautiful move underneath the basket by Annabelle Sellis. It's now 8-4. Here come the Bee Diggers the other way. With the basketball is Mortensen, left of the lane, back out Waylert. 16-footer, count it, for Melissa Waylert. Brush now with a 10-4 lead, a minute 28 to go in the opening quarter. Sellis with the basketball, picks up her dribble. Down low, a very low pass, but it's into the hands of Cyber. Cyber cross court intended for Teague, poked away by Mortensen, but Teague chases it down. Teague looking back out to Sellis, gets a pick, dribbles to her right baseline. 10-footer is around and good. Annabelle Sellis has made her last 2 shots. Rush 10, Wiggins 6, a minute 3 to go in the opening quarter. Woolaber at the top now for Segoki. Segoki with the basketball, left to the lane. Here is Woolaber all the way, lays it up and misses, but she's fouled by Laura Walker, her first. And to the line will be Shelby Woolaber. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store. That's Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. The first free throw by Woolaber is in. Only 2 out of 5 from the line. Second free throw's up, and that is in and out. And the ball is loose. Emma Mortensen had it temporarily. The ball is saved into Mortensen. Back out to Berg. Baseline shot is good for Kristen Berg. She's got 6 in the quarter. The Bee Diggers now with a 13-6 lead. Into the front court with the basketball. On the outside right as Sellis dribbles by a defender. Has the ball poked away, and it's intercepted by Wailert. Wailert with a 4-on-2. Over to Wooliver. Lays it up and in off the glass for Shelby Wooliver.
Shelby's doing a great job of running the floor. She's getting down there first person every time.
She's got 4 points. The Beat Diggers lead 15-6. And there is a steal by Wailert. She's by herself. She'll lay it up, and she misses an easy one. Rebound Wooliver. She misses. Wooliver again. She misses. And the ball is loose. It's poked away by Sellis with 5 seconds to go. And then they commit a turnover in the backcourt with 3.6 seconds to go. And to throw it in will be Wailert. Near the timeline to Segelke with 2, with 1. Now to Wailert. She takes the 3. It's blocked out of bounds by Brittany Robinson. That's the end of the opening quarter with a score. Brush 15, Wiggins 6. It's a 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers with a 15-6 lead as we head to the second quarter. John Beltran with Jen Goodall from the Digger Dome, and Wiggins has the basketball first. Follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports. And the ball is blocked out of there by Kristen Berg as she wrestles the ball away, and then it's loose on the floor. The Beat Diggers commit a turnover. Here with the basketball on the left baseline is Annabelle Sellis near the top now. Sellis dribbling to her right. And we got a whistle, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Wiggins retains possession. And the bounce in over to Laura Walker. Walker at the top of the basketball with Sellis now. Sellis against Segelke, dribbling to her right, pulls up 15-footer, is off the back of the rim. And the rebound is Shelby Wooliver. That is already rebound number 5 for her in the game unofficially. On the outside right, Wailert. On the right baseline, Mortensen. Back out to Wailert. 3 in the air. Is off the front of the rim, no good. Segelke tips the rebound to herself with the Beat Diggers reset. I'm John Beltran with Jen Goodall. And Berg takes the shot in and out on the right baseline. Laura Walker grabs her second rebound. So the other way. Here comes Wiggins. Annabelle Sellis with the basketball. On the outside right is Shea Cyber on the right baseline. And then she pushed off. Offensive foul on Cyber. Turnover number 9 for Wiggins is Sieber. The correct pronunciation. Commits the turnover and the offensive foul. And the shot is up and in on the other end by Kristen Berg. And Berg now with 8 points in the game. The Beat Diggers lead by a score of 17-6. And they just got to guard Berg because really she's the only offensive threat for either team. Well, Annabelle Sellis has done pretty well for Wiggins. But obviously, when you talked about the rust several minutes ago, I think Berg and Sellis, of Brush and Wiggins respectively, don't have as much rust as the other players.
No, and that comes to experience. I mean, that's something that you learn just like Melissa stepping into the passing lane. The younger players, you don't see that as much. That's more experience. That's something that she's learned over the years of playing. And with Kristen, she's doing a really good job. She's talking to her teammates. I can see her communicating and being that floor leader out there. She's the one that's down low, so she has to be able to communicate everything that's in front of her.
Here we go into the front court. That was a brief 30-second timeout by Wiggins. The lob near the top to Brittany Robinson. On the outside right with the basketball. Robinson lost the basketball to Wailert. Here goes Wailert all the way. Let's see if she can lay this one up, and then she stops, and then she puts it up and in off the glass. Wailert now with 4. The Beat Diggers hold a 19-6 lead with 6 minutes to go before the break, and the Beat Diggers on a 9-0 run. Robinson with the basketball, nearly walked. She puts up a shot blocked right in her face over there by Wooliver. Wooliver has the basketball. Midcourt nearly walked over to Segelke. Left baseline, back out to Mortensen in the corner. Bounce pass to Berg. Turns, shoots, misses. Rebound to Sellis. Sellis now with her third. Sellis by herself in the front court on the outside right. Into the lane. Scoops it up and around and good. Sellis just went coast to coast. That stops the 9-0 Beat Digger run. Beat Diggers 19, the Tigers 8 with 5:27 to go in the second quarter. Here is Berg inside the three-point line. Lobs it down low. Mortensen, she puts it up and in. What a beautiful pass. I mean, that is teamwork right there. That's a two-man game or a two-woman game in this case.
Well, and she set that up just by doing the ball fake like she was going to shoot, and then was able to let Emma get sealed first.
Here with a basketball, 15-footer is off to the left. That one is missed by Shelby Teague, and nearly a tie for the ball. The ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Segelke. An excellent bounce pass to Wooliver by herself. She'll lay it up and in. Well, Wooliver scored, but that play...
That was a hustle play by Segelke.
Yeah, that was tremendous. The Beatdiggers with a 23-8 lead. That pass near the top poked away by Wooliver, taken in the backcourt by Robinson. Robinson at the top puts up a 16-footer. Yes! Squared the shoulders and scores. It's 23-10 in favor of the Beatdiggers with 4:25 to go before the break. Wooliver with a basketball at the top on the outside right to Segelke. Right baseline. Berg shot is up and around and no good. In and out. Rebound put back up and in! Off the glass by Wooliver. Wooliver now with 8 points and 8 rebounds unofficially. Brush 25. And Wiggins 10 with 4:04 to go. Zealous in the lane all the way, scoops it up wildly and misses. However, she did a nice job of drawing the foul, which was committed by Emma Mortensen, her first. And to the stripe will be Annabelle Sellis. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session that will get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goal with Morgan Community College. Brianna Baer checks into the game along with Jade Crandall for Wiggins. Also in is Caitlin Ryan. Second free throw is in, and Cassidy Harris back in. Yeah, the scouting report is very simple. If you can stop Annabelle Sellis, then you're going to be okay if you're the Beatdiggers. 25-12, or any other team for that matter. Waiter bounce pass, left of the lane, in the lane, turnaround jumper's good. Off the glass for Emma Mortensen. She's got 4. Rushes back up by 15, 27-12. Into the front court with the basketball is Ashley Motley. Stolen away in the cross court by Wooliver by herself. Left-handed layups up and in off the glass. Wooliver was 6 1/4. And that timeout called by Wiggins. 3:35 to go. Second quarter with the score. Brush 29, Wiggins 12 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran with Jen Goodall back from Brush High School. She had a better second quarter than the first quarter. And there's some scoring.
Well, there's the getting that rust off like we talked about, and this is a meaningful game. It's not just a scrimmage where they're going to try different things. This is supposed to be their set plays that they're working on.
Lady Beatdiggers lead 29-12, 3:27 to go before the break. At the top, Walker with the basketball. The outside left to Sieber. Well beyond the three-point line. Dribbling towards the top, back out to Sellis. Against Melissa Whaler to her right. Looks for the pick. Lob down low is intercepted by Melissa Whaler. Turnover number 11 for Wiggins. Whalert into the front court on the outside right to Segelke. Steps. Three-pointer is off the front of the rim. And a foul. Senseless foul there. Remember, Mortensen had no shot of getting that rebound. She went well over the back of Shelby Teague. By the way, the Beatdiggers with 5 team fouls. Same story for Wiggins. With 3 minutes to go, second quarter. And the Beatdiggers up by 17. Sellis across the timeline. She is leading Wiggins with 10 points. Sellis dribbles to her right against Whaler. Jump pass back out over there to Shelby Teague. Cross court to Sieber. Sieber at the top, right of the free throw line, right baseline, cut off by Berg. Underhand pass over there to Teague. Now in the lane and a wild miss by Sellis looking for a whistle. The rebound comes away to Melissa Whaler, her third. Right baseline to Berg. Bounce pass down low. Beautiful pass, but Mortensen blows the layup. Rebound to Whaler, 6-footer around and good. Nice job by Melissa Whaler, who was fouled. She's going to go to the line. That was on the follow-through that she was fouled, and Whaler scores. So she will shoot one. Oh, no. It was
after the shot, so it's going to be on the floor.
Right. And the foul was committed by Laura Walker. So the basket counts. It's 31-12. 6-team foul. Beatdiggers retain possession because, like Jen said, it was after the ball had fallen through the hoop.
Well, you got Cammie Sweeney in, who's another tall player that I didn't see at the beginning of the game, too. So Wiggins has their hands full with the posts.
Berg misses a shot. Robinson comes away with a basketball. And then that cross-court pass. Foul foul there by Shelby Wooliver, intended for Brittany Robinson. Wooliver with her first, beat Diggers with a 19-point lead, 31-12 with 2:13 to go. Before the break, the pass into Sellis. Sellis dribbling towards the top of the three-point circle, cut off by Waitert. Dribbling to her right. Picks up the dribble, looking. Bounce pass right baseline to Sieber. Hook shot, she's fouled as she misses. Lauren Berg commits Brush's 17th foul.
Kristen.
And check that, Kristen Berg. Some of these fouls that Beat Diggers are committing, even though they've got a 19-point lead, they're not smart fouls right now.
No, they just need to stay on their feet and not try to block everything because they're tall enough to have to try and shoot over to begin with.
Free throws off the back of the rim. Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan and Brush. Equitable savings and loan with financial solutions for you. Second free throw is up, and that is off the back of the rim. Cammie Sweeney grabs the rebound for the Beat Diggers, then she threw it away. Brittany Robinson with the basketball. Triple team to Sellis. Sellis trying to get off a shot, and then they're going to call a foul. And the foul was called against, I think, Segelke. That's her first. And to the line will be Sellis. And she's been very good tonight, and that free throw's perfect. She scored 6 points in the opening quarter, 5 so far here in the second. She's got 11 in the game. 11 of Wiggins' 13 points. Second free throw's up and in and out. Sweeney grabs the rebound. Now it's got a good outlet pass, and that's a good one there to Segelke. 31-13 Brush. Segelke dribbles by a defender, left of the lane, 10-foot pull-up off the glass and in. That was impressive. Wow. I mean, she looked like she was out there by herself the way she just took that basketball and established herself. Left of the lane and was able to score on the bank shot. Lob pass for Sellis, too strong. It's intercepted by Shelby Wooliver. That is turnover number 12 for Wiggins. Wooliver with the basketball, front court to Segelke, left baseline with the basketball, faking, dribbling, and then the ball is out of bounds, and it is off of a Wiggins Tiger as it was Tamara Schreiner penetrating towards the basket. Segelke looking in the left corner, thrown out of bounds. Wooliver was cutting the other way. Brush commits their 7th turnover. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new from the hot and cold deli at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Great food at low prices. Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Entry pass inside is knocked out of bounds by Wooliver. We're going to be saying that quite a bit because the Beat Digger defense has been pretty solid here. To throw it in is Motley. Right baseline. Robinson shot is good. Inside the three-point line by Brittany Robinson. She's got 5. Only her and Sellis have scored for Wiggins. 33-15. Waiter with a basketball on the outside right to Segelke. Bounce pass right baseline. Here is Sweeney. Lost the basketball. Got it back and she dribbled it on the end line. Now sometimes with your taller players, I think you want to limit the dribble.
But what I saw on that was the basic fundamentals. She did the ball fake, and then she went to make the drive. So seeing that kind of being practiced is a good thing.
Sellis with the basketball on the outside left to Sieber. Back out to Sellis. Left of the lane, in the lane. Back out. The shot is up and missed. 15-footer. Wooliver has the rebound. The shot was missed by Shelby Teague. Wooliver with 9 rebounds in the opening half. 25 seconds to go in the opening half. Brush 33, Wiggins 15. Segelke dribbles into the lane. Lost the basketball. It's loose on the floor. And Wiggins tries to save it in, and Sellis cannot do so. Beat Diggers retain possession with 17 seconds to go. Premier Farm Credit, the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending. Wailert on the outside right, back out near the top to Wooliver. 14 seconds to go to Segelke. Over to Waitert, high left. Here's Wooliver dribbling left of the lane. Left corner, Schreiner, 16-footer, well short. Wooliver taps it to herself. Nope, she cannot. And the ball is lost out of bounds, but it was off. No, it was off of Brush. 3.4 seconds to go. Motley to trigger it in. Bounce pass in the backcourt to Sellis. Looks up at the clock with 1 from half quarter. Shot is up, and it's an air ball, and that is the break. With the score, Brush 33, Wiggins 15. This is 10-10 KSIR. and KSIR.com. The Lady Bee Diggers lead the Wiggins Tigers 33-15 as we head to the third quarter. Bee Digger boys will be playing tomorrow night as well, 6:30 right here on 1010, as well as KSIR.com against Sheridan, unless that game for some reason is postponed because Sheridan has to travel from Denver, where they've had snowier conditions than here in the Northern Plains. But as for now, that game is still on. It'll be Melissa Waylert, Shelby Wooliver, Kristen Berg, Mariah Brown, and Emma Mortensen for Brush. Brittany Robinson, Annabelle Sellis, along with Shelby Teague, Shay Sieber, and also out there is Laura Walker, Bee Digger basketball to begin the quarter. On the outside right is Mortensen. Mortensen over to Brown. Brown with the basketball in the lane to Wooliver. Lost the basketball, saves it in, but she saved it in to Brittany Robinson of Wiggins. The Bee Diggers commit their 9th turnover of the game. On the outside right with the basketball, it's Robinson looking down low. Well behind the three-point line, guarded by Wooliver. Dribbles to her right towards the corner. Picks up the dribble. Back out on the outside right to Teague. Teague down low to Sellis all the way. Banks and scores. 13 points for Sellis. And the Tigers are down by 16, 33-17. Boy, Wiggins would be a real good team, but they had a couple more players like Sellis, because she can do it all by herself.
She can. She just needs a little help to take some of the emphasis off of her.
With the basketball is Wooliver inside the three-point line at the top for Brown. Brown to her right, feeds it back out to Kristen Berg. Berg in the right corner for Waylert behind the three-point line. That entry pass poked away, intercepted by Robinson. Another errant pass by the Bee Diggers to begin the third quarter. Robinson at the top of the three-point circle, backs it out over to Sieber. Sieber well behind the three-point line. Annabelle Sellis with the basketball. Melissa Waylert backs off. She dribbles to her right, looking for a pick. Picks up the dribble. Looking down low, still looking. Cross-court pass near the top of the three-point circle to Walker. Walker lob. Left to the lane to Sieber. Lost the basketball. And it's taken away by Waylert. Waylert into the front court. Pass to Mortensen all the way. Scoops it up and in! Mortensen with the left hand off the glass. Well, you can tell that Mortensen from last year to this year has really improved.
She's worked on that a lot this summer.
Big time. She traveled a lot on those types of plays last year. But that looked very natural. Very nice from Mortensen. That bounce pass goes through the hands of Shelby Teague out of bounds. Wiggins commits their 14th turnover of the game. 35-17 Brush. As we've got 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Boys game to follow starting at 7 o'clock. On the outside right, Brown with the basketball. Back out to Berg behind the three-point line. Berg looking down low. Overhead pass to Mortensen. Wide open 10-footer off the back of the rim. No good. And the ball is poked around. The rebound to Annabelle Sellis. Her fourth for Wiggins. Sellis across the timeline. Into the lane. All the way. Scoops it up and around and no good. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It's off of Brush. Wiggins retains possession. It'll be, looks like Faith Harris back into the game. She'll throw it in. Harris looking Sellis wide open. She banks and scores. The Bee Digger defense fell asleep there. 15 points for Sellis, 35-19. 5.5 to go. Left baseline, Mortensen steps in. 5-footer round, yes. For Emma Mortensen, she got rim, she got glass. It went in. Mortensen, a junior's got 8 points. Bee Diggers now lead 37-19. We've got 5:15 to go in the third. Cross-court pass is intercepted by Wooliver. Lays it up and in off the glass with her left hand. Intended over there for Faith Harris. And Wooliver now with 12 points. She leads the Bee Diggers in scoring, 39-19. Entry pass to Sellis. Double team, puts it up, partially blocked. Gets it back, banks and scores. Sellis with 6 points in the quarter. 17 in the game. 39-21. On the left baseline, Mortensen with the basketball. Back out to Wooliver. Now in the left corner for Mortensen. Back near the top to Waylert. Waylert to Brown. On the outside right, Wooliver fakes the three, dribbles, backs it out, caught off by Sellis. Over to Mariah Brown, right corner to Wooliver. Bounce pass inside to Mortensen. Turns, banks, misses. Wooliver grabs the rebound. That's her 10th. Pass over to Berg. 15-footer, back rim, no. The ball is tipped around into the hands of Annabelle Sellis. Sellis with one to beat. All the way, scoops it up short. Boy, nice defense by Wooliver. She cut her off, and she created a very difficult shot. Beat Diggers still lead by 18. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Brush 39, Wiggins 21. Brown takes a three, and she makes the three! Mariah Brown scores for the first time in the game. 4 minutes to go in the third. Brush 42, Wiggins 21. Sellis across the timeline for Wiggins, and we've got a 30-second timeout. Called by the Tigers, with the Beat Diggers holding this 21-point lead. The only concern, Jen, quite frankly, that I have for Brush is they're going to face teams that have a lot more than just one Annabelle Sellis. They're not defending her as well as they should.
No, they're not, and they might need to talk about, switching some of the quicker guards to her. I mean, nothing against Melissa Whalert. She does a good job, but Sellis has proven that she's quicker than she is at this point in time in the season, so she needs a little more help. And the other thing that they can do is to pinch or to slide over and get some help from somebody else a little bit sooner before she gets into the paint.
Well, I mean, basketball is all about matchups. That's
it is
the bottom line.
And and you have to communicate that. If you're going to get burned, or if she makes a nice move and gets around you, then you got to vocalize that to the rest of your teammates that you need some help. And then there's a certain rotation that I haven't seen them, so that they got everybody covered.
Faith Harris to throw it into Sellis, well behind the three-point line in front of the Wiggins bench. Sellis dribbles to her right, bounce pass near the top to Harris. Harris looking, cross-court right corner. Sieber well guarded as she receives the pass, entry pass knocked away by Berg, and taken away by Shelby Wooliver. Here come the Beat Diggers into the front court. Brown left baseline, 12-footer, no good. And the ball is volleyballed into the hands of Waiter. And a beautiful pass over to Wooliver, who banks and scores. Oh, that was gorgeous by Melissa Waiter. What an assist. Wooliver now with 14. Wow, I mean, that is tremendous passing at any level. Faith Harris with the basketball, 44-21 Brush. 3:10 to go. Entry pass is off the hands of one Tiger, taken by another, and a foul as Faith Harris picked up the loose ball. And she will go to the line. Kristen Berg commits her second foul. Check that, that's her third. And Faith Harris to shoot two. The left-handed shot is up and perfect. That's her first point of the game. Beat Digger lead is at 22. Lauren Berg into the game. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies. And G Sweets Bakery offers cookies, muffins, sweetbreads as well, made fresh daily. Second free throw round, no good. Emma Mortensen grabs the Beat Digger rebound at 921 Edison Street in Brush. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 7 to 4 on Saturday, I should say. Brown with the basketball at the top for Lauren Berg. Berg looking, cross court to Wailert. Wailert nearly fouled, spins, bounce pass over to Mortensen. On the high left, here is Wooliver with the basketball. Entry pass to Berg, cuts, misses this shot off the glass. Nice cut to the basket, and the rebound is controlled by Shelby Teague, her second. On the outlet pass to Ashley Motley. Motley with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Brush 44, Wiggins 22. In the first of two games tonight from the Digger Dome. Outside left, Walker with the basketball. Penetrates, puts up a shot off the side of the backboard, and it's loose and taken away by Mortensen, and then she traveled. Mortensen was nearly tied up by Walker, then she lost her balance.
I think they got their feet tangled up because they both went down at the same time.
Yeah. Harris to throw it in. Holding the ball up high, still looking. Well, that's a long 5 seconds. Pass down low here to Teague, and a cross-court pass to Harris. She hits it off the side of the backboard again. Shelby Wooliver has her 12th rebound. Then we've got a foul in the backcourt. Well, the one thing that's good in terms of the flow of this game, we haven't had too many fouls.
No, that's actually been pretty good.
Only the second foul in this half, one by each team. Wailert to throw it in with backcourt pressure. Over to Wooliver, now to Wailert. Here's Mariah Brown crossing the midcourt line. Back out to Wailert on the outside right to Wooliver. Guarded closely by Harris. Dribbles to her left. Now feeds Mortensen. Mortensen picked up by Teague. At the top for Brown. Backs up, won't take the three. Looking, spinning, entry pass inside, poked away out of bounds. It is off of Brianna Bear. And the Beat Diggers to throw it in with 1:58 to go in the third, up by 22. Brown taps the basketball. Looking. Right baseline to Wooliver. She was fouled, but no whistle. Taken away by Brown. Three in the corner, off the front of the rim. Rebound to Wooliver. In the lane, lost it, got it back. Back out to Brown. Another three. That's off the back of the rim. Brown's going to grab the rebound. Brown will not shoot a three from there. She's picked up by Walker. Bounce pass to Lauren Berg. Down low, here's Waylert. Waylert lost it, got it back. And then she throws a bounce pass to Mortensen. She misses. Rebound, Berg up, and she's fouled. And the Bee Diggers are grabbing rebound after rebound. Wooliver's got 13 in the game with 1:34 to go.
Well, and there's some more experience from Melissa Waylert on the floor. She had her knee down. She didn't try to stand, as some kids would, to get rid of the ball. She just bounced it between their legs, and it took 2 bounces, but it made it through.
Berg's free throw hit the bottom of the net. Unfortunately, it didn't go over the top of the rim. Second free throw is in. 1 out of 2 for Berg there, and the Bee Diggers have a 45-22 lead with 1:30 to go. I'm John Beltran with Jen Goodall, and nice walk there by Walker, no pun intended. And that is turnover number 17 for Wiggins. And Quincy Segelke to throw it in, or check that. She's into the game for Brush, and she'll receive the inbounds pass from Waylert. Here's Segelke into the front court. On the outside right to Brown. Guarded closely by Walker. Dribbles to her right, towards the corner, picks up the dribble. Bounce past Lauren Berg. Now at the free throw line. Mortensen straight away to Waylert. 3 in the air is off the right side of the rim. And the ball is grabbed in the corner by Faith Harris. That is her first rebound. Harris across the timeline. 1:02 to go in the third quarter. Harris with the basketball, cross court to Sieber. Sieber in the right corner, wide open Walker, and she traveled before she shot and missed anyway. Turnover number 18.
And it looks like Wiggins is going to apply a little bit of pressure here and see if how the Beat Diggers react to it.
And bounce pass taken to the backcourt by Segelke. Segelke with the basketball. Back out to Waylert. Waylert inside to Lauren Berg, and then the ball's kicked around by Mortensen off that low pass, but Brown able to retrieve it. Now to Segelke. Segelke on the outside left to Waylert. Waylert looking, cross court to Mortensen. Mortensen lobs it down low for Berg. She puts it up and in. A beautiful shot up the glass by Berg. What a cut. Brush 47. Wiggins 22. We've got 20 seconds to go in the third. And Walker tried to grab that pass, thrown by Siebert, went out of bounds. And the Tigers have committed 7 turnovers in the quarter, 16.8 seconds to go. Waylert to throw it in the backcourt to Segelke, knocked out of bounds by Harris. Dangerous pass, you're throwing it underneath.
Towards their basket.
Right, towards the Wiggins basket.
And it looks like Wiggins, it's just a man-to-man. It's not anything special for a press. We should be able to break it pretty easily.
And Segelke, beautiful crossover dribble into the front court. 9 seconds to go. Waylert straight away, dribbles to her left. Left baseline for Mortensen with 5. Mortensen at the free throw line with 3. Here's Mariah Brown with 2. Lost the basketball out of bounds. And it doesn't matter anyway. The clock expired. We have played 3 quarters in Brush. Brush 47. Wiggins 22 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers with a 47-22 lead as we head to the fourth quarter. Wiggins to throw it in. Faith Harris to toss it in. Over to Annabelle Sellis, back to Harris. Towards the top of the three-point circle, lost the basketball, taken away by Segelke. Segelke, 1-on-2, is going to have to back it up, does to Waylert. Waylert fakes the 3, right baseline, Lauren Berg shot up off the glass and in for Lauren Berg to the right of the lane. Berg had 3 in the quarter, in the third, and now it's 49-22.
She reminds me a lot of Aaron.
In favor of the Bee Diggers. 7:25 to go. The running shot is up and missed over there by Harris, and the rebound controlled by Lauren Berg. Segelke, front court, cross court, pass to Brown. Jen Goodall got out of the way in case it went through her hands, even though we're several rows high.
Well, I just held my breath hoping that she would jump and get it.
Yeah, she did. It was a nice reception of that ball. Berg on the left baseline. Back near the top to Segelke. Cross-court bounce pass to Brown behind the three-point line. Entry pass to Berg. Banks and misses. And the ball is tipped around out of bounds. It's off of Wiggins. Bee Diggers retain possession with 6:57 to go in the game. 49-22. All right, Brown to throw it in. And the lob is poked away, and Wooliver went to the floor, knocks it out of bounds, intended for Harris. The Bee Diggers with Wolliver, Segelke, Kristen Berg, Lauren Berg, and Mariah Brown. The pass into Wolliver, dribbles by a defender, cross-court Brown. Wide open shot is up and in. Just inside the three-point line for Mariah Brown. And Brush has their biggest lead at 51-22. In the left corner of the basketball is Brittany Robinson for Wiggins. Jump pass knocked out of bounds by Shelby Wolliver into the Wiggins bench. The Tigers retain possession. Robinson to throw it in. Hands it off to Sellis, and she threw it behind Robinson. It's a 2-on-2. Brown right of the lane, bounce pass to Wolliver. Left-handed layups up and in off the glass. Shelby Wolliver with 16 points and 13 rebounds tonight. Rush 53, Wiggins 22. 6:20 to go, fourth quarter. Sellis across the timeline for Wiggins. In the left corner for Sieber. Dribbles to her right. Jump pass is knocked away by Wolliver. That is turnover number 22 unofficially for Wiggins. Well, Wolliver's game has really improved. Traveling violation by Segelke. Segelke has extremely quick feet, but they're a little bit too quick without dribbling the basketball, and that's turnover number 12 for the Bee Diggers. And Faith Harris to throw it in. With the basketball is Cassidy Harris on the outside right to Sieber. Bee Diggers are going to clear the bench at some point here. Faith Harris's long shot is off the bottom of the glass. And Kristen Berg only with her third rebound of the game. Bounce pass to Segelke. Rush by 31 with 5:38 to go in the game. On the outside right is Wolliver. Dribbles to her left. Cross-court pass Berg. Wide open 12-footer is a brick off the bottom of the glass, and the ball is rebounded. But on the line was Cassidy Harris, and the Bee Diggers still have the basketball.
And it looks like Wiggins is still going to stay in that man-to-man, so...
And Berg pulled the string on that miss, but the ball is off of Brush. I thought it was off of Wiggins, but it's off of Brush. And it will be Wiggins basketball with 5:26 to go in the game. The Bee Diggers have led from start till now. There's the lob intended for Harris, and we have a tie-up. It will be Brush's possession. Yeah, Cassidy Harris tried to force in that pass. Wiggins now with 23 turnovers in the game. Bounce pass in the backcourt to Segelke. Front court bounce pass to Berg. Here's Wolliver in the lane, lost the basketball. It's intercepted by Shelby Teague. Teague to Harris. Harris has got a 5-on-4. Left of the lane. Jump pass is thrown over the head of Robinson out of bounds. And
Brush has switched to a 3-2. Do you think that's confused the Wiggins players now that they have 3 players out on the perimeter and just 2 on the inside?
Well, I don't really think it matters in terms of what Brush throws at Wiggins because Brush is just the more talented team.
They
but
are,
yeah, that could add to it. You're right.
Because they're making these cross-court passes that they were not doing in the first half.
Right, and that looks very street ballish, unfortunately. Wolliver with the basketball gets picked from Segelke back to Segelke at the top of the three-point circle. Dribbles to her left, nearly fouled by Harris. Bounce pass back out to Wolliver. Holding the ball up high. Wolliver dribbles to her left behind the three-point line. Spins it back out to Segelke. At the top for Brown. Brown to her right. Guarded very closely by Harris. Right baseline for Berg. And she dribbled it on the baseline. So the Bee Diggers turn it over. And now the Bee Diggers will be clearing the bench. Maddie Kerr, Cammie Sweeney, Callie Bills, and a couple others out there, including Whitney Mount and Tamara Schreiner. With 4:25 to go and Brush up 53-22. The Sieber 3 is up off the back of the rim. Rebound to Whitney Mount. Mount has got a 3-on-2. Mount very fast up into the front court. She missed the shot. But the rebound controlled by Cammie Sweeney. And the shot on the left baseline's up and in by Maddie Kerr. So the Bee Diggers have another player in the scoring column. 55-22 in favor of Brush. 3:58 to go in the game. Again, follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports. You can follow us there for quarter-by-quarter updates. During football season, we had scoring updates and quarter-by-quarter. Can't do that in basketball. Too many scores during the game. I'd have to be at an NBA level. We had a tie up in the front court. Possession arrow goes to Wiggins. During baseball season, we'll have scoring updates, and during wrestling as well. And the entry pass is thrown from one end to the other without it being touched, except at the very end by Laura Walker. Wiggins commits their 6th turnover of the quarter, 13th of the half, and 25th of the game. 55-22 Brush, 3:38 to go. Kerr into the front court on the outside right pass, intended over there for Mount, intercepted by Walker, and her shot is blocked out of bounds by Shelby Teague. Or check that, by Maddie Kerr, excuse me.
And that was nice to see from a freshman, just getting after her mistake, and she just stuck with it and didn't give up on the play.
And Teague to throw it in. Teague to the right of the basket. Bounce pass to Walker. Baseline shot is up. No good. She's fouled. Well, that's what happens when you're a freshman. You make a good play, and then you make a play that you won't be making in terms of an error in a couple of years. You don't try to foul on a baseline shot from that far away.
Right.
And the free throw by Walker is very short. And Wiggins has 0 points in the quarter. 6 points in the first, 9 in the second, 7 in the third. Second free throw is missed. And the ball is chased down in the corner by Annabelle Sellis. And the shot is up and off the side of the backboard by Sellis, but she's fouled. And Cammie Sweeney commits the foul. Sellis to the line. Her free throw's good. Sellis with 18 points in the game. They've only got 23. And the second free throw's up, around, and good. Brush 55, Wiggins 24. Long pass from Mount to Kerr, ahead of the field, lays it up and in. Let me tell you, the way Kerr's playing, she could get more playing time than the average freshman.
I think as she gets, more
she's an athlete.
As she gets used to the plays and to the defense and what's expected of her, then I do expect her to see her more.
Right. The athleticism is there.
Right.
Faith Harris's three is a brick off to the left. And the rebound is controlled by Schreiner of Brush. On the outlet to Mount. Mount dribbling towards the right baseline. Is going to have to kick it back out. And she does to Schreiner. Then Schreiner had the ball poked away. Intercepted by Harris. Fouled by the Beat Diggers. That'll be the 14th foul against Brush. After the Beat Diggers turn it over for a 16th time. Schreiner with her first foul of the game. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night, when they do. Every second counts. At the Level 3 Trauma Center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any kind of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. Walker into the front court, back out to Sellis. Sellis against Kerr with 2:36 to go in the game. Brush 57, Wiggins 24. Long shot is up and in, and that was a 2 for Laura Walker. Long pass wide open as Sweeney. She puts it up and in off the lip of the rim.
Yeah, she's probably going to get talked to on that one by using the backboard.
Well, yeah, it would be certainly it's easier to use the backboard. 59-26 in favor of Brush. Entry pass to Sella. She's fouled from behind on the pass by Cammie Sweeney. The Beat Diggers with their 15th foul. And to throw it in will be Sellis. With 2:08 to go in the game. Up top, Harris, wide open three, is off the back of the rim. And the ball is rebounded on a hop by Whitney Mount, her second rebound. Long pass to Kerr off her hand, and it's taken away by Harris, and Harris committed the foul. I think the Beat Diggers might have got a little bit of a break there. I think it was just a tough pass to handle, and Kerr was nearly able to handle the pass. Faith Harris with her third foul. To throw it in is Callie Bills. Bills lobs it to Sweeney, and the baseline shot is short. And there's a tie-up for the rebound. And that ball is going to stay with the Beat Diggers. It was Sweeney, Brush, and Harris of Wiggins tying up for the rebound. Bills to throw it in again. Down low, wide open. Sweeney, left-handed shot, no good. Rebound to Annabelle Sellis. That's her eighth. Long pass towards Robinson. She chases it down. Then she leans, shoots, partially blocked. And Bills has it for Brush. On the outlet to Mount, 1:43 to go. Beat Diggers by 33. Here is Mount in the lane. Then she had the ball poked away, a little bit out of control. And here is Sellis with 1 to beat. Sellis had the ball poked out of bounds from behind by Maddie Kerr. I'm telling you, I'm impressed by her defense.
She surprised me a little bit in volleyball too. She got some upper level experience in that as well. So I think the seniors and the juniors will take her under their wings, and she'll become a good player.
Sellis to throw it in on the outside left to Harris. Back out to Sellis. She leans, shoots, misses, fouled. An ugly shot. She just wanted to throw it towards the rim, but she was able to draw the body contact by Cammie Sweeney. Sweeney with her 3rd foul. Sellis with a very impressive game. 19 points for Wiggins. And make it 20. The free throw is in. And she is 6 out of 7. Make it 8 out of 9 from the line. Second free throw is good. The Bay Diggers by 31, 1:29 to go. And the entry pass knocked out of bounds by Harris, intended for Schreiner. Well, Wiggins working on the press. Schreiner looking, still looking. Bounce pass towards Bills, goes through her, but it's chased down by Maddie Kerr. Kerr into the front court. Looked like she was fouled. No whistle, and there's the foul.
Nope. Stepped on the line.
Yep. So Kerr commits the turnover, but yeah, there should have been a whistle prior to that. She got hit fairly hard there. Sellis for Wiggins with 1:15 to go. Brush 59, Wiggins 28. Jump pass on the outside right to Robinson. Robinson against Kerr, dribbles right baseline. Pull-up shot is no good. And the ball is loose and picked up on a hop by Cammie Sweeney. That's rebound number 5 on the outlet to Bills. 1 minute to go in Brush. And now Bills is stripped by Sellis. Brush has committed 8 turnovers in a quarter. There's a parking lot 3, no good by Sellis, and the ball is out of bounds as Cammie Sweeney could not control it for Brush. It'll stay with Wiggins with 51.3 seconds to go. The throw into Sellis. Fakes, dribbles right baseline all the way, scoops it up short. Sellis goes for the rebound, and Bills ties her up. Possession arrow stays with Wiggins. 45.6 seconds remaining. And this game will be over with at some point. Robinson's 3 is missed, but the rebound goes over to Wiggins, and here's Robinson with a putback, and that is blocked out of there by Bills. As Walker grabbed the initial rebound, the Bee Diggers the other way with Maddie Kerr, and Maddie Kerr will back it out. Bee Diggers have 16 fouls. Wiggins now with 4. Yeah, these teams a little bit too aggressive at this point. Faith Harris commits the foul, her 4th. You've only got 29.1 seconds to go in a 31-point game, and you're committing fouls. One thing is being aggressive. The other thing is making body contact when the game is already over, and it's been over. In the right corner, Sweeney with the basketball. Sweeney needs to get rid of it. Down low, there it is. The pass to Schreiner. Throws up an air ball. Sellis with a rebound. She's fouled in the backcourt. Again, you can't do that. You got a 31-point lead. Just back off. So now Annabelle Sellis to shoot 1 and 1. 17 foul against the Bee Diggers. Annabelle Sellis with a huge night for Wiggins. 21 points, but she's the only one. The free throws up and in. 5 out of 5 from the stripe in the 4th quarter. You put up numbers like that and you're down by 30. Second free throw is up, and that's good. And if she can get any support, Wiggins could have a decent season. Here's Whitney Mounts in the front court. 12 seconds to go. Mounts, bounce pass back out to Sweeney. Her shot is up and off the back of the rim. And the rebound is controlled by Shea Sieber. In the backcourt with the basketball is Sellis. Long pass taken by Robinson. Her shot is up and short. And the game is over. The Brush Lady Bee Diggers defeat the Wiggins Tigers tonight by a score of 59-30. Let's take a break. We'll come back with a recap of this game on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is the tough part nowadays, but when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. That's Buildings by Design. The Bee Diggers win the game as they defeat Wiggins 59-30. The ladies outscored Wiggins 15-6 in the first, 18-9 in the second. 14-7 in the third, and 12-8 in the final quarter. In the scoring column for visiting Wiggins, Annabelle Sellis did virtually everything for this team as she had 23 points in the game. She was also 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Brittany Robinson had 4, 2 points for Laura Walker, 1 for Faith Harris. The Bee Diggers tonight had 9 players in the scoring column, 1 in double figures. In fact, Shelby Wooliver had a double-double, 16 points and 13 rebounds. Again, you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports, quarter-by-quarter updates, and we have a very small summary that we can fit in to the end of that, noting what Wooliver did tonight. 8 points in the game for Emma Mortensen and Kristen Berg. 6 points by Melissa Waitert, and then 3 players at 5 apiece. Mariah Brown, Quincy Segelke, and Lauren Berg. And 2 points in the game from Cammie Sweeney, 4 by Maddie Kerr. The Bee Diggers had a big night rebounding. In fact, tabulating that here on the fly, Wiggins with only 19 in the game, and Brush unofficially had 42. So 42-19, a rebounding edge. Shelby Wooliver had 13 for Brush, so the double-double is what Wooliver had tonight. In terms of turnovers, the Bee Diggers with 19, Wiggins with 25, but Brush had 8 of those 19 turnovers in the fourth quarter when the game was already out of hand. At the free throw line, Wiggins 11 of 18, and that was good for 61%. The Bee Diggers 4 out of 9, 44%. So 1 game is out of the way for Brush, and certainly you got to be impressed with Wooliver because it's hard to bring, as I mentioned earlier, your best game in the first game of the season when you haven't really played a varsity game in, 9 months. And Wooliver looked like this was game number 10 for her.
Yeah, she looked pretty stout she was getting rebounds, and like I said, she's deceptive, so it's hard to pin somebody with her size and her quickness down, and I think that's going to be a huge asset. If she's willing to go in there and go get those rebounds, that's going to be a huge gift and a huge help to the posts that usually are put to that task.
I guess one thing that other teams will test the Bee Diggers out is perimeter shooting. You got some height, but only 1 3-pointer tonight, made by Mariah Brown. You know that in games going forward, they're going to have to stretch the floor a little bit. In fact, that's something you mentioned at halftime, with spacing being somewhat of an issue.
Well, as they're running, Wiggins just ran a defense of man-to-man, so it was really tight and compact, and they kept getting further in and further into the paint instead of keeping that spacing where they can actually set up a screen, set the screen, use the screen, and make those cuts, which is going to open it up. If they keep their spacing, that opens that door even wider. And then they allow themselves to have, if they're going to overplay it, then they have the backdoor cuts, and then they're able to read the defense a little bit more.
And the Bee Diggers are just going to have to keep improving offensively and build off tonight's game, because you'd like to think that 59 points is a nice effort, which it is. However, this is one of the weaker teams they'll be playing. It's a 2A team, so better to face Wiggins the first game of the year. And even if you win, when you have superior athletes, you can still make plenty of mistakes. And that certainly was the case tonight. You make the mistakes even in victory.
Absolutely. I mean, the first time that Wiggins threw on a little man-to-man press kind of surprised us a little bit. We made a bad pass and had a turnover. But they recovered well, and that it wasn't a very, tough press. It was just straight up man-to-man. They didn't set any screen or did any, run and jump kind of things where they were trying to trap anybody. It was just a soft man-to-man where they were just trying to slow them down a little bit.
And again, this is December basketball, and December basketball is normally different than January and February and even March basketball because it's a limited number of games.
It is, and a lot of times you kind of look at it as 2 seasons just because you're almost starting over again. Although CHSAA has relented on a few of the rules, they can have some practices, and they can have scrimmages.
More than they used to.
Right. I mean, they can't for Christmas. They can't for New Year's. Other than that, I think they're allowing them to have certain days. Like I think if they gave them back 5 days to be practicing and having scrimmages.
All right, the Lady Bee Diggers win the first game of this doubleheader over Wiggins, 59-30. We'll have a preview of the boys' game after this 3-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.